Hi, I want to talk to you a little bit about how do you make the ball purposely curve with a little draw, maybe a hook, or a fade, or a slice when you want to do it in competition. A lot of people were taught that the important thing was that you would always aim the face at the intended target and then close your stance and then swing along your feet line, and that will produce a draw that would end up at the target. The problem with that is we're now finding, especially with high-speed cameras, that the ball, when it's hit, the direction that it starts is going to be more determined by where the face is pointed than where the path is. So you have to think about what's your ultimate target. If the target is down this red alignment rod, that's where I want the ball to end. So if I'm going to hit a draw, I can't start it at the target or it will end up being left of the target. I need to start the ball right of the target and have it curve into the target. So what we found is we need to start aiming the face where we want the ball to start. So if I want it, let's use a 5-yard draw as an example. In order to hit a 5-yard draw, I would want to aim the face 5 yards right of the target. Now, something's got to happen to make that ball curve the 5 yards back to the target. If I don't change my swing, then the ball's just going to go 5 yards right of the target. We need to make the ball curve. And if you look at it in the simplest terms, what I want you to use is a formula that you double the amount that you want it to curve it with your path. What does that mean? Well, if you want to curve the ball 5 yards, the path of the swing path needs to be 10 yards to the right. So if I aim this face 5 yards to the right, your club path needs to feel and have happen where it's more than the club face. So I double the amount of the face. So if the face is 5 yards to the right, then I swing 10 yards to the right. Now what happens is, because the path is greater than the face, that's going to tilt the spin axis of the ball and make it curve back in towards the target. So now I've got a perfect draw. It starts out 5 yards right of the target. Because I've come inside out about 10 yards to the right, that spins the ball back into the target. Now, if you tell me you want a 2-yard draw, aim the face 2 yards to the right and swing 4. If you want a 10-yard draw, aim the face 10 to the right, but swing 20. Because you got to spin that ball so it curves. Now, the opposite would be for a fade. If I want to hit a fade of 5 yards, I would aim the face 5 yards left of the target, and I would swing my path 10 yards to the left. That will make the ball start 5. Because I've swung across at 10, the ball hits a perfect cut into the target. We see a lot of people struggle, especially with fades, that end up right of the target. The reason for that is they've been taught for so many years to aim the face at the target and then swing to the left. Well, when you swing to the left with the face at the target, your ball starts at contact because of the face being at the target. It starts at the target, but then because you cut across it, it ends up shortened to the right. And that's been a common mistake where people cannot control their fades. We need to start aiming the face wherever we want the ball to start. And then think about, how do I make it curve the amount I want to make it curve, and just double the amount that you've aimed the face. Again, 5-yard draw would be aim the face 5 yards to the right, swing path 10 to the right. And then you just use that formula for all the curves. You may need to curve the ball 30 yards around a tree. You're going to have a 60-yard to the right path in order to make a ball curve 30 yards. That's a simple formula, not getting too complex about D-plane and downswing angle and all that kind of stuff. And it works great. I've seen many players be able to just think in simpler terms and create the patterns that they want and the shapes that they want with their shots. You can also change your ball position slightly. The draw, we're also going to play a little bit back in our stance, and the fade, we're going to play a little bit up in our stance. And obviously, we're going to have to align our bodies slightly different in order to create those paths to make the ball curve. I hope that helps you start to work on curving the ball. In the beginning, it would be nice to use some sticks. You can put the sticks out in front. Here's my normal target. Put maybe a 10 yards to the right stick. Aim the face in between, 5 yards to the right, but swing down the white line. You'll see the ball start about 5 yards to the right and come right into the target. You're not going to short side yourself on this side. That's important because that's trouble when you're out on the golf course. I hope that helps you start to work the ball, play more like a pro, and really start to shape your shots depending on where the pin is on the golf course, or maybe if you need to draw or fade it off the tee to stay away from trouble. Hope that helps you, and please call if you need any help with your game.